With it, you channel the elemental magic of the theory.
I'm not alone. I won't stand by and watch people get hurt. And I won't run away. Hold the switch! And let's end this. Kendra, please don't! I didn't break the world. But I am gonna fix it.
Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin. Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Be sure to check her out over on Twitter at Artie Demon. Love She-Ra fan art? Does Artie Demon have some amazing She-Ra fan art? Redesigns, also a bunch of original stuff. Definitely give her a follow because not only is she a great artist, she's also a pretty awesome person. So definitely check her out. So here we go. Back to She-Ra, and this first episode, the coronation, it's terrible. What was I expecting? Well, that they were going to fix the problems, they were going to take out the silliness, they were going to take things seriously. No. It's all silliness the whole time. There's a couple of moments, but man, and there's so much stupid crap. It literally drives me insane. Okay. First off, I watch, for anyone who's new, I watch one episode a day and I do my reviews like that night, then upload it the next morning. Within hours, everyone already watched every episode. It's not even been a full day and people are posting spoilers everywhere. So I'm trying to avoid all that because I want to react and have my natural reaction without being, knowing what's going to happen. But anyway, so please, if you're going to post spoilers in the comment sections, try not to, because don't ruin it for me. I'm trying to be legit about this. We open up and in Glimmer's getting ready. Oh, no, let's talk about the opener. I always want new openers or new seasons. I don't know. It's just the thing I like. So technically it's the same opener. They just swapped out the costumes, and like Scorpio looks a little sadder. Catra has a new costume, and then so does Glimmer. So they didn't really have a new opening. They just did a little swap. It's so lazy, which happens a lot in this episode. Okay, back to Glimmer getting ready for her coronation. And remember when I did a review of the trailer, and this scene's in the trailer where Castic runs in and she's like, "Oh, Glimmer, they need you in the war room." Let's go to the tape. I'm assuming her aunt, Cassius Bell, is going to have to be there more often because she's going to have to show her how to be like a ruler. Glimmer, we have to go to the war room. There's something important happening. I'm hoping something important's happening. It's not just something stupid and silly, but who knows? See how I said I hope it wasn't something silly? I hope it was something real. And my God, do I know how these writers think? They do the stupidest thing. And Glimmer, you have to make a decision. What could it be? That one. And it's just picking out the cake. And Cass is acting like an idiot.
The future queen has spoken. At Glimmer's coronation, we will be serving ice cream cake.
You're an adult here. Your sister-in-law is dead. Your niece is an orphan and is taking all his responsibility, and you're acting like a silly Billy idiot. Oh my God. And it just goes down from here. It's just a whole episode everyone acting like an idiot. Look how Glimmer's new look. Okay, who likes it? It's okay. I like the costume. Her hair is from straight on, and from certain angles it's fine, but look at this. She's balding. She got a receding hairline. It looks horrible in the profile, and it looks terrible like from the 3/4 angle. She's worried about becoming queen and everything. You can tell that she's sad and her mom's dead, but everyone just keeps avoiding it and pretending not to talk about it because that makes things better. I guess that's the lesson, but did you have to devote the whole... Then they keep going on. Casta walks in and they're talking about flowers and making different decisions for what are you going to pick for this? What are you going to pick for that? And there's going to be this, you have to do this Queen's Quest. Remember King's Quest, those games? But this is Queen's Quest, and there's only one quest. It's ridiculous. They keep talking, and then Casta's like, "Oh, you're going to be a great queen like your mom." And they're like, "Oh, no, don't talk about her mom." So they all just kind of like, let's never bring up your mother, because never talking about your feelings and bottling them up, that works out, doesn't it? They talk about the quest, and they're like, "Oh, wow, a quest, that's cool." They give Bo the scroll, and there's like a bunch of things on it, which makes well, when we get to the quest, it blows my mind how stupid all this is. That buff hippie dude shows up, and he has like the flowers because he's doing the flower arrangements. And they're like, "Oh, Glimmer, do you like the flowers?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know, I guess they're okay." "I know, they're horrible. Burn them, you're fired." Why is Casta talking like this? And then she does the whole,
In addition to being a powerful sorceress, I am also a legendary party planner.
you're a legendary idiot. This is so, what's the time frame here? Is this literally the next day? Did they not have a funeral for the queen? Wasn't there no time for people to grieve? I feel like that there was no time passage. This is probably 1 or 2 days later. And they let Glimmer, grieve for her mother. That's a process. That's going to take a while. But we get outside and Frosta, she's so stupid. Made like a big old buff sculpture, ice sculpture of her and Glimmer. Like, they're like doing muscle man poses. Okay. And she's like, I'll make more. And she's like, no, we need you to, because I guess the guests are showing up. And there's another thing. They are technically planning this as people are showing up. Wouldn't of all the things about the flowers and decorations been done weeks in advance? Was this like I don't know. Am I going crazy? This show's making me go freaking crazy. So nothing's planned. They're planning it as it's happening. Frosta's like, she wants to help, but she's like, oh no, she wants her to to greet the guests and stuff. But she's like, oh, like a bouncer? And she's like, no. So she gets her big ice fist and she's gonna go kick everyone's butt because she doesn't listen. Everyone's pulling, wants Glimmer's decisions on things. Oh, what about this? Let's talk about these colors. And he's like, Casta has these 2 separate colors. And they're trying to, just being silly and stupid. And she's getting overwhelmed. You can see the look on her face is getting overwhelmed. Adora's trying to move the ice sculpture. Bose can't read. And Mermissa's just standing there, just sighing and just being, again, I say this every time, I apologize for language, just being a bitch. That's who she is. That's all she does. So they need new flowers because they fired the other guy. And then I'm like, okay, Perfuma can do the lady can grow the damn flowers. So they make Mermista the flower person. And when Casta grabs her arm, she gets all blushy face. Like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this show? But then Perfuma has a mental breakdown because they didn't pick her to do the flowers because, that just wouldn't make perfect sense. Then Swiftwind shows up. Wasn't it wonderful when Swiftwind didn't talk at all in season 3? He had no lines. It was the best part. Now he's talking and he's like, I'm going to sing a song and I have a thing of, he made up a song about the coronation. He's like, just being an idiot. Frosta puts up May's ice wall, which is cool. Just try to keep everyone away from Glimmer. And Frosta's just yelling and screaming, acting like an idiot. Oh, it's so stupid. They keep talking and they keep bringing up more and more stuff and she has to make more and more decisions and she doesn't want to make any decisions because they're all stupid little things. She's not going to care what the flowers look like. Mermista's doing flowers and she gets water everywhere. Oh, don't stifle. She said, don't stifle my creativity. Why are you talking like this? This is the disgrace.
Oh, please. It's okay. We will handle everything. You go have fun.
She turns it into an effing mop. That's ridiculous. That I don't even know what to think about that. That'd be like using Excalibur to chop onions. It's not meant for that. It's beyond that. Oh my goodness, the show is driving me crazy. Then we get a weird little, she looks over at the moonstone and it kind of gives her the glowy and then it just goes away. Okay, I guess it's trying to give her the power, but she is reluctant, doesn't want to accept it. They don't explain any of this. I'm just assuming that's what happens. We get back to the horde and they're in the fright zone. And Catra's still in her old costume. Everyone kept saying that, oh, there's a time skip. Well, there's no time skip. Well, at least not they didn't show it in this episode. Catra doing, even though she did everything wrong, she's actually doing something right here. She's like, hey, Hordak, our soldiers aren't doing anything. We need to be on the offensive. The Princess Rebellion, they're reeling. They lost their queen. We can attack them now. But, of course, Hordak, because he lost his waifu, is being a crybaby piss pants. He's curled up in a little ball. Pathetic. And he's yelling and screaming at Catra, which what he's saying is true, but it doesn't mean you just stop fighting. I can't believe I want the bad guys to win. Ever since the beginning of this damn show, season 1, I want the bad guys to win. But what he says is true. He's like, hey, your last plan of opening the portals before it was ready almost got us all killed. Catra's excuse is, well, it worked out in the end. This girl needs to get punched in the face again. Adora, get on that. Start punching her in the face like you did in season 3. But, and he's like, you couldn't stop anyone from infiltrating us. And she's like, oh, remember that was entrapped. And if you say Entrapta's name, he gets all angry and starts throwing things around.
Yeah, like I said before, it was Entrapta.
I told you never to mention that name in my presence.
Okay, we get it. The girl you liked, even why is he trusting her? What reason does he have to trust Catra in any way? Unless he had, feelings that, inside that, Entrapta never really liked him and it was like his own insecurities. But this is supposed to be Hordak. He's supposed to be more badass than that. Catra, notices his little glowy thingy in his chest, the one Entrapta made for him is his power source. And that's the key to his power. And it's so stupid. Entrapta, why would you put it so close to being hit? If he was in a battle, this is right there. What, shouldn't you have hidden it somewhere, on the inside of the armor? No, the thing to beat him in a one shot is on his chest and it glows. He's like a freaking bad guy from an old Super Nintendo game when they start to flash, that's where the weak point is. So Catra kind of figures that out. Wouldn't it have been great if that wasn't it? And because that leads to the scene where she totally just whooped his ass. But, he basically screams at her, get out of my room, but then she realizes, I'm going to take you out. We get back to the dummies. Everyone's a damn child. Cass is a child, Dora, Bo, they're all children. They find the ceremonial robe, but it's all ginormous. They found a garment that's too big for Glimmer. That must have been a task in itself. But they're gonna I don't know, trim it up and make it fit her because if this was the last queen was Angela, that would have been way too big for her. So what was the whole deal? Just to make a stupid silly gag that it was too big? Then we actually get an okay scene.
I'm so proud of you. I know you're going to make such a wonderful queen. Well, almost time for your quest.
Stuff. But then it doesn't lead anywhere. This is the stuff that she should have been doing from the beginning. But no. Glimmer starts to complain, and kind of rightfully so. She's kind of irritated with this whole situation. Then she's like, okay, but it's gonna be fine. Cass is gonna fix my aunt's gonna fix my cloak. Bo, you got that lantern, and we're gonna go on the quest, and it's gonna be fine. Bo, oh, Adora, come talk with me. They go outside. He's like, I lost the lantern. Adora is, what do I want to say? What is it? Not upset, but frantic. Adora.
Bo, calm down! We just have to find the lantern and Glimmer will be none the wiser. It has to be around here somewhere, right? This day is going to be perfect!
Her voice is so irritating. And when someone's being you need to calm the F down. I don't like hysterics, but she's totally in hysterics. We're gonna find it. We gotta work together. We gotta go get it. Kind of interesting, but also weird. Dora's walking down the hall and she runs into Shadow Weaver, but she's being escorted by two guards. And she's like, oh, don't worry, I'm a guest here now. I brought this up. I even tweeted Noelle Stevenson herself. Of course, she doesn't answer me. She answers people who praise the ever-living hell out of her. But I go, why isn't Shadow Weaver being prosecuted for her crimes? You would think Mr. Core would want her to be in jail, if not executed. She straight up ate that dude. When she got all that evil power, she ate the Grand Master, whatever the hell he was, of Mr. Core. But they're gonna just let her walk around the castle as a guest? Ridiculous. But she's like, oh, is Glimmer still your friend? Of course she's still her friend. She's a big fat idiot. She's not gonna not be Adora's friend. Oh, power changes people. Well, yeah, but this is a different kind of this is Glimmer. This is the different kind of person. More stupid shenanigans. Frosted keeps freezing everybody, but I'm running out of room to put people. And there's Seahawk the doofus. Mermista's doing her plant garden thing, and it's ugly as hell. Perfume is like, hey, just let me do the flowers. I'm better at it. Oh no, Glimmer obviously wanted me to do it. And so they're just starting stupid fights. They're looking for that lantern, and Swiftwind has it. And he's like, no, I want to be the one to give it to Glimmer. And then she's going to think I'm so awesome, and she's going to want me to sing my songs. So everyone is acting like 5-year-old kids fighting over a bag of candy. It's boggles my mind. The queen's dead. Stop acting like this. So everyone's fighting and fighting and fighting. Glimmer finally has enough of it and just screams, everyone shut the F up. Let's just get this over with. She takes the lantern. Goes, okay, let's go on the stupid quest. Let's get it done. I'm going to be queen, blah, 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 blah. Because she's just done with all this. Get back to Scorpia, and she's cleaning out Entrapta's old room, all of her old stuff. And Catra's like, what are you doing in here? Yeah, Hordak said to get rid of all this crap. And this is just Catra trying to erase her mistakes. Good on Scorpia for trying to, I want to say, address the issue here. Because she's like, first she makes mistakes. She makes excuses for what Catra did. You don't make excuses for your abusers. She threatened you with violence back then, and then she threatened her with violence here. This is awful. This is as horrible as a person you can be. This is like an abused girlfriend, and she's like, oh, it's okay, he just hits me sometimes. That's where Scorpia is right now. I can't believe it. But she's talking to Catra saying, hey, you know, when you made that decision to send Entrapta to Beast Island, I know you were like super angry and all that, but it wasn't going to be forever, right? We can go back and get her because she's like our friend, remember? Catra, again, the threats of violence, like jams her claws into the wall, which makes no sense because how tall is Scorpia? Like 6 foot? She has 1.5 foot on her. How's her arm reaching up there? She had to have like jumped on top of her to have her arm reach the wall. But whatever, just they don't know how to animate.
Entrapta betrayed Hordak. As for the portal, it left the rebellion in shambles, and that means it worked. Got it? Good. Now get this place cleared out.
So all my problems, all the things that I caused actually were good things. And if you question me, I'm going to hurt you. What a wonderful person, right? And then Scorpia kind of just begrudgingly agrees just to like say, okay, whatever, get out of here so you don't hurt me. And looks like Emily's still alive. Hooray for the spider bot Emily. And Scorpia's like, I'm not going to let anything happen to you, which was nice, even though it's just a robot. We get to the coronation, which had no planning or anything. They're just there and they're in their stupid prom outfits. They're not bad outfits, but to use them again, and this is supposed to be something super special, your friend's becoming queen, and they're wearing the same exact clothes, it's because they're cheap. It's just, Noelle doesn't care that it's cheap, and DreamWorks wasn't going to give them any more money to design anything. So I guess all the design budget went to Glimmer's new outfit and Catra's new outfit. And no one else gets anything. You have to use old stuff. But Casta, you know, does the whole thing like, Queen, the Glimmer is going to be crowned. She'll go on this quest, and then she'll take her place amongst the other queens. Like, it's pretty decent. Then she'll have her two witnesses with her, which is ridiculous. Just so they can be there. Look, Bo's dads are here, but don't they look funny? I know this room is being lit in an odd way because all the oranges and purples, but don't they look different? Kinda, but of course no one's moving because cheap animation. Mermista does a whole waterbending thing and like opens up the waterfall, which was kind of cool. And they get in there and okay, time to go on this quest. And Adore's trying to be, oh, quests are cool. Let's do the quest. I'm glad Glimmer's like, you freaking idiots. I hate all of you. What? I'm done with this. Everyone's acting like nothing's wrong, that everything's perfect and fine and wonderful, and it's not. But they're like, oh, we're acting like we always do. But they're purposely avoiding any type of confrontation with what happened to my mom, which isn't how you shouldn't act as a friend. You should always be there for them. So she gets so upset she throws the lantern. It would have been funny if it would have broke, but no, she like throws it down the cave. And this whole scene, everything about this is just stupid the way it's written. Like, I want to know how they storyboarded all this. So they're walking down a singular path. She throws the lantern, then it like lights up the end of the entrance, and they're like all surprised. Why? You were walking there anyways. You couldn't see it from where you were standing. It wasn't like it was 1,000 feet away. It's so stupid. They get into this chamber, the Chamber of the Queens. Where's Freddie Mercury? If it's the Chamber of the Queens, he should be there. Then we see a giant hole. This is where you jam your lantern in. That's all she has to do. There's this big worm thing, which reminds me of the other worm things that were in the snowy area. Was that season 2? And then there was like that guardian that they woke up in the library with Bo's dads. But this thing's like super cute. I mean, look at this thing. It's adorable. Even with its teeth, it's cute. So it starts to attack them, and they make it into a little side hole so they can, talk. Why didn't Adore become She-Ra that instant? Oh, giant monster with giant teeth. Insto She-Ra. Like, why not? But it gets attacked, it hits them, and then Glimmer lands on her big ass. That's hilarious. They run into they run into that cave. They it blocks them. It's trying to jam its way in there, but it can't get in there. We all have problems, right? So they're in a safe spot. Adore's like, you didn't tell us about this giant monster. And again, stupid. He couldn't read a scroll. The scroll was ginormous, and there's nothing would have warranted all that information. But he's like, oh, I think there was a guardian, but it was worded strangely. I would like to see the wording there. I want to know why he was confused, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't so confusing he didn't realize that he'd have to either fight this thing or like sneak around it or do whatever you gotta do, because they don't really defeat it anyway. Even She-Ra's all her strength, she can't defeat this thing. They're all fighting and yelling at each other because they're idiots. And then Glimmer, they're like, come on, Glimmer, you gotta teleport us out of here. And she's like, I can't do it. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about, dummy? Oh, I haven't been recharging. Because if I recharge, it means my mom's really dead. Well, she's really dead anyways, you idiot. And no one says the word dead. They always say gone or not here or whatever. Come on, just say dead. Let her be dead. I swear to God, if she's not dead in this series, that's going to be the worst thing ever. Because let deaths matter. But she's crying about like, oh, no one cares about my mom. I understand why she feels that way because everyone keeps like avoiding the situation. But was there no funeral? Was there no grieving process for Glimmer? Did Casa not sit down with her niece and be like, I lost my sister-in-law, you lost your mother, let's just talk about it? No, they just avoid the situation. Man, whew, it's bad. It's awful writing. Then we get the hugs because you gotta hug. Oh no, your mom told me to protect you. I'm just trying to protect you, and I thought talking about your mom would make you sad. Well, duh, it'd make you sad. You have to get through it. You have to be sad for a while, then you can be good again. You can't just skip grieving and dummies. But they're like, we can figure it out together and fight as a team because we're the bestie squad. She becomes She-Ra, and these scenes, this action is awful. She does like, she punches it or hits it with her sword. I don't know, because we don't see it. We just see the still frame, and the still frame just kind of moves. So cheap. Give us dynamic battles, not this cheapness. Then they're jumping around, and she's kind of punching it and everything. And it's not really doing much damage. It's knocking it around, but it's not like really hurting it. Bo does this scene actually looks pretty okay. Then he shoots a goop arrow at it. Question, how does it know when to let the goop out? Like when you shoot a military guy, I know about weaponry and everything. When you like shoot an RPG, a rocket, it arms after a certain amount of feet, and then it goes. But are his arrows like that? Does he time them? Did he knew he'd be this far away from this creature to whatever? I think too much about this. Ordor does one of the most embarrassing run cycles ever. And Bo like gets on his back and launches her in the air, which is ridiculous because we've seen She-Ra jump 50 feet in the air. This little boost would have done nothing. That would be like me having a 5-year-old help me up somewhere. That doesn't make any sense. Did they think it looked cool? It looked stupid. She turns her sword into a net to like, I don't know, corral the thing. It's the Alaskan bullworm. She has to do the rodeo. Glimmer, she sees that they're fighting it, and then Glimmer is gonna run up there and dunk the freaking lantern in the hole. Does this monster have a name? The guardian of the queen's chamber throws She-Ra at Bo, and then they just sit there. They don't get back up. They don't assume a defensive position. They don't do anything. They just sit there because that's gonna help. And it sees Glimmer, so it's gonna go after Glimmer. And they're like, run, Glimmer! That's it. Yay! This thing's making a beeline for her. This thing's pretty huge. This room's big, but this thing is almost as big as the room, and it's pretty fast. It's coming at her. Then she's like, no, I'm the queen, and you're gonna leave my friends alone. Why did it attack her? Like, it was close enough to like at least swipe at her. Then she slams the thing in the hole, and she wins. Yay, she's queen. And she like makes her connection to the Moonstone, and all the fireflies of beautifulness come out. This worm thing, I guess, is like, oh, good job, girl. This part's actually cool. I like the way this looked. She gets all glowy-eyed Avatar state, and she gets like her wings, but they're like energy wings, and she flies up in the air and they spread out. It's a really cool scene. I really like that. It was well animated. But when she lands, her wings go away. So I'm like, that's going to be like her final form. She finally becomes, like her mother. She'll gain all those powers. So they win, and this is another thing that's weird. She hears her mom's voice. I'm like, oh God, please don't let her be alive. Oh, look, she's a hologram. Did she record this hologram before she died? Was this something she did years ago? I'm hoping she isn't like able to actually affect this thing, and it's just like a pre-recording. God, don't make her come back. But look at her wings. They're not those weird gossamer, see-through wings. They're actual like angel wings, which is awesome. But she gives her a nice little thing like, I'm sad that I had to leave, but now you're going to be queen. I know you're ready to... I try to prepare you to be queen, but I know you're ready to lead. Oh, no, it's good stuff. Good stuff that her mom told her. And then, like, we see, like, all the energy balls, and she's like, you take your place amongst the other queens. Wouldn't it have been nice to actually see them? You know, like at least little personages, you know, not necessarily full detail, but come on, instead of just energy balls. But they win, and then they teleport back to the party, and everyone's just having the party of their time. The way she kind of falls out of the sky, it happens really quick. It's pretty silly. But she walks in, and of course the party's beautiful, and they fix all the decorations, and they worked as a team. Isn't this a plot in My Little Pony? Didn't they do the same exact thing where like all of them were fighting over something, and then they all worked together, and then the party came out perfect? Great job, writers. You did a great job. This whole trial thing, shouldn't there have been multiple trials? Shouldn't there have been like a trial of courage, a trial of wisdom, a trial of compassion, something to show all the things that make a queen a great queen? There was the trial of jamming a lantern into a hole. What? You have 13 episodes. Cut out all the stupid crap. This should have been a two-parter, and there should have been multiple trials. And, you know, what the hell? But anyways, everyone's happy because the party's pretty and beautiful, and she has to make her speech, which isn't a bad speech. I kind of like it. She's being serious and talking about how her mom died and everything. And we get to see some of the side characters. You know, we get Natasha and Spinnerella. I guess there are going to be more in this series because they forgot they were characters in season 3. But then she gives this weird speech where she's like, oh, you know, the Horde's still out there and there's a bigger army out there. How does she know that? She's aware of Horde Prime? I don't remember season 3 very well, but I thought that the whole portal was going to destroy everything. They thought that was the problem, not that there was another army out there. And there's no way they can fight Horde Prime. It's just impossible. But of course, everyone cheers, hip hip hooray, she's queen. Everyone's crying like idiots. Then we get the scene that was shown at the Comic-Con, and it was shown like I think 2 days ago. Hordak just gets his ass whooped. There's no other way to put it. It's pathetic. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen happen to a bad guy. Of course, he's all, I'm angry. He walks into his throne room, and there's, of course, he doesn't have, where's his soldiers and guards and stuff? Where are the other force captains? I freaking hate this show. He walks up there, and, hey, Hordak. That hey thing was never funny. It wasn't funny the first time she did it, and it's not funny the 100th time she did it. But she's like basically talking crap to Hordak, and he's like, what the hell are you doing in my chair? She pulls the lights, like one cord like makes all the lights go out because that's a thing. And she's standing there, the lights flash, and she's there, the lights unflash, and she's gone. Like, okay. She just straight up jumps on him, pulls out that energy crystal, and beats him. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. He's beat. He tries to get up, but since that's like his power source, he's like falling all over the place. And then Catra just emasculates him like the little bitch that he is. Oh, this is what the plan is. Now you're gonna listen to me. Now with Horde Prime coming, we're gonna conquer this planet, and then no more of your vanity projects. We're gonna start doing things my way. Then gives him back his little power crystal. What the hell? And so she's the one running the show, and Hordak's the side guy. End of the episode. Wow, what a piece of crap. What an awful, terrible, awful episode. My goodness, I got 12 more of these damn things. Oh my goodness. Nothing improved. The animation isn't any better. The writing is as horrible as it's ever been. Silly Billy humor, whatever little moments of okayness, it's undercut by all the silliness, and Hordak just being pathetic. Oh my god, it's being so freaking pathetic. But yeah, again, 12 more of these, and don't put spoilers in the comments if you can help it, but man, see you in the next one. I'm not looking forward to it.
I hope for your sake you're right.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.